Already bringing in several inches of snowfall to parts of the state. It began last night and early this morning up in northwest New Mexico. As you can see, several rounds of snow falling in Farmington in this time lapse, enough to still keep some snow on the ground tonight. And now, as this storm has been moving through New Mexico, we're even starting to see some snow all the way down into the Sacramento Mountains. This is a live look in Ruidoso where you can see the roads are wet and a little bit of that snowfall coming down right now. 1 to most 3 inches of snow expected down there in the Sacramentos, but we've been seeing some accumulating snowfall that's been causing some travel problems in parts of New Mexico today, especially up into the northern mountains and portions of I-25 and I-40. This is Las Vegas. The interstate is snow covered up there, so it's pretty slick and icy tonight and will likely stay that way into tomorrow morning. The same goes for areas along I-40 in the East Mountains out to Moriarty and Clines Corners. Now, this is the best visibility I've seen so far this evening, but we're still likely going to see a couple more rounds of snow that could still drop another 3 to 5 inches on top of what we saw earlier today. By the way, Cedillo has already seen over 5 inches of snowfall with this winter storm. And again, we could see an additional 5 more before it's over. Here around the metro, we've just been seeing a little bit of light rain, but you head up into the heights and some of that light rain has been changing over to a few flurries earlier tonight. Roads are mostly just wet from some light rain up in Rio Rancho, but that's a different story up on 550 and 528 in northern Rio Rancho. This is up near Santa Ana and Tamaya. You could see 550 is covered in snow tonight, and that same burst of snow has moved eastward towards Bernalillo and Placitas, and we're even running into some icy conditions just north of there along I-25 from about the San Felipe Pueblo all the way up to La Cienega, especially around that La Bajada area. Now, we're also running into some icy and snow-packed roadways along I-40 from Tijeras to Clines Corners, and then Glorieta through Las Vegas all the way up to the Raton Pass. And then, of course, highways up into the northern mountains, especially Highway 64, are just snow-packed tonight with several inches of snow on the ground. And again, it's these areas we'll have to watch out for heading out the door tomorrow morning. Rain and snow still falling across New Mexico tonight with some light rain down into southeastern New Mexico, although I did check some of the live cameras and it looks like that rain is mostly evaporating, but that could change here in the next hour or two. There's the snow over the Sacramento Mountains, and that extends northwards up towards Vaughn, Santa Rosa, into the northern part of New Mexico and all the way out towards Tucumcari. Here in the metro around Albuquerque, we did see a little bit more light rain earlier tonight, and now that it's switched over to some snowfalls, that's moving out over the Sandia Pueblo, I-25 and 550 up in the northern part of the metro, and then again along that portion of I-25 that I was talking about from the San Felipe Pueblo, really all the way up towards Santa Fe. What's made this storm so interesting, and a big reason we're seeing some heavier snowfall amounts out into the East Mountains and the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, is thanks to this backdoor cold front that's been moving in tonight, and that's been combining with the upper level part of the storm system, sending in a cold front from the west. So some snow will still stick around parts of New Mexico through late tonight, but it's all going to be done by about 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. So it's only got a few more hours left to go. Temperatures tomorrow afternoon, while we're going to be sunny and dry, it is going to be much colder, and especially by Friday morning when we're going to be looking at some of the coldest air so far this season. Another 2 to 5 inches of snowfall possible into the East Mountains, with 1 to 3 out to Tucumcari, and then up into the northern mountains, especially above about 8,000 feet. We could still be looking at another 6 inches with 1 to 3 inches around Taos and along I-25, where we're still under winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories. A couple lingering snow showers possible up into the San Juans too, but otherwise drier, and we're already starting to see that tonight in southern Colorado and northwest New Mexico, where highs are only going to be in the 30s tomorrow afternoon. The rain and some mountain snow will be wrapping up tonight too from southwestern and south central New Mexico. Even Roswell could see a couple flurries overnight, but any accumulating snowfall is going to be just north of there towards Fort Sumner, Clovis, and then especially along I-40 and I-25, where we'll likely hang on to some travel problems through tomorrow morning's commute. Areas of freezing fog may even develop to start the day tomorrow morning, with several more inches up into the northern mountains. Even Taos, Santa Fe could still see a couple more inches of snowfall accumulation tonight. As much as 1 to 5 inches of snowfall, additional snowfall is possible tonight into the East Mountains, where we'll likely hang on to some of those travel problems tomorrow morning. And here in Albuquerque, we could still see another dusting to maybe half an inch of snowfall by tomorrow morning, but shouldn't cause any problems heading out the door here in the metro. It will just be a very cold day.